How's it going, folks? I think I'm fixing to have to cap me a bike rider. Dude circling around like he's gonna just take the temptation away a little bit and give me a little extra time. Alright. I've been wanting to do something. Yeah, I better shut this music off. Been away from uploading YouTube videos for a while, just simply because of the fact that I was waiting to see what happened with this with AdSense now, because they really hosed us when PewDiePie pulled his garbage, and with Logan Paul being one of the bigger people on the platform, I just knew it was going to hit the fan when he screwed up like he did. And it has. I'm not sure how much you guys are aware of it, but now you have to have over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewable hours each month to stay on YouTube, to stay in the partner program and have AdSense. Now, I watched Casey Neistat's interview with Robert Kyncl. That's Kyncl. I'm not sure I pronounced his name right, and I'm sorry if I hacked it up, but the few questions that I really wanted him to ask were never asked. For instance, I wanted him to ask why every time the big people screw up, the little people are the ones that suffer. And he kind of touched on it a little bit, but it's kind of like he just glossed over it, which isn't too awful surprising. Because he's not a little people. It doesn't really bother him one way or the other. But I mean, he did start to say something, and I just wished he'd have followed through with it. One of the questions I would have, which I'm nobody. I mean, I've barely got 1,500 subscribers on here, and the one thing that really troubles me, at one point on this channel, I was actually up to just fixing the roll over on 3,000 subscribers. And then the adpocalypse hit, and all of a sudden I'm back down to 1,200 subscribers again. I'm like, what? I mean, I checked it one day and it was 29.75, and then the next breath, I mean, I guess I checked it the day they did it, because I looked at it in the morning and it was 29.75, and checked it that afternoon again, not caring what my actual count was. I just happened to be on my channel looking at things, and I noticed I'm back down to 1,246 subscribers. I'm like, how in the heck does that happen? Almost hit 3,000 and then knocked me back down to 1,200 again. And of course, I haven't been uploading because that frustrated the heck out of me. I mean, I'm seriously got a issue with losing that many subscribers in a day, and for no good reason. I mean, mine were legitimate subscribers too. They weren't just bots or empty accounts or anything. As far as I know, nobody's bought any subscribers for my account. I know I haven't. I don't even know how to go about it. But I've seen it done, but that's bad news all the way around. Because if YouTube finds out you've done it, you get canceled. If YouTube finds out you put somebody up to doing it, you get canceled. You're off AdSense forever. No, there's no exceptions. So, I mean, If you do that kind of thing, it's like playing Russian roulette. I still like the American version of that game better. But one thing that I would have asked Robert Kyncl, if that's how you pronounce his name, is why is there a preferred AdSense program? These people are huge, millions and millions of subscribers. Why are they on a preferred AdSense program to where they're making all the money? What you want to do is help out the little guy occasionally, and I'm not talking about all the time. Honestly, my thing is fair is fair. Everybody should have the same AdSense across the board, regardless. Because as you get bigger, you're going to make more money. Putting people on a preferred program where they make 4 and 5 times the money just because they're bigger YouTubers doesn't seem right to me somehow. And no, I'm not just crying because I'm a little guy still. I've accepted where I'm at. If I grow, I grow. If I don't, then hey, that's great. I've still got something going on for myself. But I don't think there should be a preferred AdSense program. Yeah, okay, YouTube could put more money in their own pockets if they got rid of that. But why hold that over larger creators' heads for starters? And why have that knowing that the little guy is sitting there going, well, dang, I wonder how big I've got to be before they offer me that, and never get to see it. I've got friends that are 250, 500,000 subscribers, and as far as I know, they're not on it. So I don't know if you got to have over 1 million or a couple million or what before they put you in the preferred program. But just because you're that much bigger and actually living off of YouTube doesn't mean that you should be living off of YouTube. There's no reason that you should be high on the hog making just buku bucks when everybody else is sitting there struggling. I know my YouTube, every penny I make goes right back into cameras, newer software, keeping a computer up that's decent enough to actually edit stuff on, which is interesting being that I've got 4K cameras now, and those things suck up some memory. I mean, they have got some huge files, which usually means they take forever to edit and render and upload. And I'm not complaining. I love doing it. If I didn't love doing it, I'd have gave up on YouTube a long time ago. But the fact that they're holding it over your head now, you got to have 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 viewable hours every month, or you're off. To me, that's not right. You're punishing the little guy because the big guy don't know what the heck he's doing out here trying to be all controversial and having people constantly view their videos by doing the most extreme idiotic crap I've ever seen people do. The little guy's paying for it because they can't keep their stuff together. They don't have common sense enough to keep their life in order where they know not to upload dead bodies on the damn internet. I mean, my kids in their dumbest of days, and they've had some really dumb days, would have never done anything like that. First off, it would have just scared the fire out of them. So they might have talked about it, but they'd have never uploaded anything like that. I mean, that was literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen him do. But no dumber than PewDiePie getting up there doing the anti-Semitic garbage with the comments that he was making, or the racial comments that he was making. That's not something that just came out in the heat of the moment because he's playing a game and didn't think about what he was saying. That's how those people are. And then you got decent people that are getting demonetized right and left for every video. I've had videos that were uploaded and been there for years, playing just fine, perfectly clean videos, no cussing, nothing controversial at all, and all of a sudden, bam, demonetized. And I'm looking at these going, what? How in the heck is this demonetized? I had one that I really questioned, because all it was a walkthrough museum with a few little comments here and there, nothing tacky or off color or anything. That Dukes of Hazzard video that I've got, I went through the museum down in Nashville and basically just talked about all the stuff that was there. And lo and behold, after 5 or 6 years of it being uploaded, maybe more, it gets demonetized. And I'm like, no, you can't demonetize it because there's nothing added to the video. So I got back to looking, and oh my God, there was a couple of rebel flags on top of the car showing in the 2 spots in my video. That's the only thing I can think of them demonetizing me for, because nothing else changed about that video, and it was fine for 6 years. I don't know, but I don't think this is fair, and I'm tired of the little guy always being the one that has to suffer for the big mistakes that the big guys are making. Also, I don't understand why the punishments aren't the same for the mistakes the big guys are making. If one of us had said something controversial or anti-Semitic or racial, and somebody else turned it in, they'd have dropped our channel like a hot cake. I mean, they'd have shut us down so fast our heads would have spun. And I've seen it happen. There's no sense in it. No reason for it to happen. But the little guy always gets hammered like that. I've seen several channels fall to the fire by somebody turning it in and them being just a small enough channel that was it. And there's no reprieve for it. You can sit there and scream and holler all day long to YouTube in their forums trying to get somebody to help you. You might as well be underwater screaming, because just as many people are going to hear it and care. I'm not crying about it. It just ticks me off because the bigger people, they can get on the phone and call YouTube. They've got somebody they can talk to at each one of those places and get their issues resolved. Little guy, not a chance. And as big as YouTube is, all right, let's do this. Rather than just complain about things, let me offer a solution. And I think this is a novel solution. Take all that extra money that you pay these huge YouTubers and put it back into YouTube. Hire you a doggone customer care or customer service line that people can call in and get somewhere talking to YouTube, get some kind of resolution for their problems. Rather than making a preferred partner program or preferred AdSense program, you could take all that money and put it into a hotline that we could call, that creators could call when they run into issues or they need some help or need some direction that's not going to lead them into places that'll get their channels canceled. That would be huge. That would build the whole community back up again. And these people that are larger subscribers or larger creators that have several million, they're not going to be hurt that much by not getting a few extra cents on their AdSense because it's not the preferred program anymore. We should all be making the same across the board in AdSense. If you're watching one of my videos and an Intel ad comes up, I should make the same money you do. I don't care how big your channel is. It should be equal across the board. Across the board. And if you're making, or if you've got, say, 10 million subscribers, it's not going to hurt you not being on the preferred partner program. Obviously it don't, or Logan Paul would have gave up when they let him come back, or when he decided to come back. He's back acting like the same idiot that he always has. Actually, he's a little worse now than he was before he went. I'm sure he's going to snap again soon. But it don't make any sense to me that they've got this preferred partner program. These people make all this money, hands over fist, and I'm what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm impressed that a lot of them do things for their parents and their brothers and sisters or their friends, like they do with the extra money when they can't think of anything else to do to get views. They'll pull on people's heartstrings by buying their dad a car or a truck or motorcycle, or paying for their parents' house, or getting them in a better house, which all of that's fine. And they shouldn't be begrudged that. But when they've got all these millions and millions of subscribers, it's not hurting them that much to not be on a preferred partner program. And for that, you should actually be picking or handing that off to people that have 500,000 to $1 million, say in that range. Once they get above $1 million, they can live off of regular AdSense. Just like you're expecting the little guy to, from probably 1,000 subscribers up. I mean, we're not supposed to talk about the AdSense we make, and I've seen everybody do it lately. Every single person will go on camera and say, "Oh, I make $300 a month," or "I make $5,000 a month," depending on the size of their channel. And I'll be honest, I make a little over $100 every 4 or 5 months, just with the little bit that I've uploaded. Of course, the past year I've been kind of radio silent, because with the stuff with PewDiePie, then that adpocalypse hit, and I mean, me being a little guy, I really took a hit, and a lot of other little guys just like me took a huge hit. Some people just gave up. They were tired of fooling around with YouTube and all the garbage that kept getting dished out to all the little guys because of the screw-ups of the big guys. And I don't blame them. It's frustrating as heck to me too. But what can we do? I mean, I love putting videos up here still. I mean, and that ought to have been apparent by when I was uploading to Daddy Tech still. The Daddy Tech channel, I went, almost a year not being in the AdSense program. I never made a dime on Daddy Tech. Now, I take that back. I did make enough to pay for the gifts that I gave for my giveaway. I think it was like $200, $250, something like that. But that's all I got. That was my first check, and it went right back into the channel. But now that's not, I mean, I don't make that, but I don't care. I mean, like I said, I pour everything I get right back into the channel. Every single thing. But I just think that YouTube's kind of got their priorities screwed up, and they've always had them screwed up. This is the way it's been from the start. The little guy has always been the one that's got to struggle the hardest and the most to get anywhere. And I understand that's the way things go sometimes. But you don't keep giving everything away to the big guy, and I expect the little guy not to get disappointed, frustrated, or aggravated about it. This could be so much better of a platform if they'd actually show some support for the smaller people, the smaller creators. And I'm not just saying that so that I can get something extra. You got to give people some incentive sometimes. And that incentive doesn't need to go to the people that already have a well-established channel and are making buku bucks every month, every time they put a video up. Those guys are doing it. They've made their time. They've made their channel. You want to help develop the smaller channels. The ones that haven't quite figured it out yet. Don't know the formula. Can't quite get it right. I'm one of those people, but a lot of my problem is I don't care. I have problems with continuing to upload videos when me and people like me are just basically getting screwed over every month for AdSense. Nobody cares. Nobody's doing anything to change it. Instead, the big people get in trouble and the little guy pays for it. It's like daggum trickle-down economics from the 80s. It's stupid. There's no sense in it, and YouTube's running the platform into the ground by not addressing it and not doing anything about it. Now, this has been pretty much very much a rant. I'm not regretting it. I might regret it when the views actually show up for it, because me being a little guy, there aren't going to be very many views either. But one, we've got to stop giving credit and paying attention to these idiots that get on here. The most ridiculous people I've ever seen on YouTube are the two biggest channels that are on YouTube right now. And they're related. That way I'm not calling anybody out any more than I already have, but it's ridiculous. It shouldn't be. That shouldn't be a thing at all. But little kids find that entertaining, and I understand there's a bunch of little kids involved, a bunch of little kids watching YouTube now that are doing that instead of doing their homework or whatever else they're supposed to be doing. But I just think that YouTube needs to take another look at their priorities, because the way things are right now, it's not going to be long until there's not going to be a YouTube, which is really going to be disappointing to me, because I've loved being able to put stuff up online and have people talk about it or ask me questions or comment about some of my things. Now, some of the commenters, I'd just as well be happy if they went and jumped in a doggone lake as anything else. But in order for me to have the kind of subscribers, the subscriber count, and the viewable hours, I can't shut off the haters anymore. I can't afford to. Let them watch my channel. Let them make their stupid, ignorant comments that they make, because that's billable hours. That's viewable hours. Never mind the fact that they're going to make everybody else on my channel miserable, because they've got to see that crap too. But that's what I got to do to keep my AdSense, to keep the pennies that I get from YouTube every couple of months coming in. It's retarded. But yet the big guys, they'll keep feeding them these big chunks of cake, and the rest of us are down here fishing for crumbs, and the crumbs are getting kind of slim pickings too now. Anyway, I just thought I'd get that out there, get that off my chest, and let it be known what my thoughts and opinions were on this. You can agree, not agree, whatever. I mean, this is how I feel, that's how I stand. I mean, and I'll stick by my opinions. And if you've got other solutions or other ideas, let me know. I mean, you might have a better idea than I do. And yeah, I'm sitting in a car wash right now because I just washed my truck and I'm waiting for it to finish drying before I go hauling down the road. But anyway, I mean, what are your opinions? I'm interested to hear them. Maybe you guys have got a better idea than I do. But I know the way things are set up right now, this is not the way that YouTube's going to remain around for very much longer. Because if they keep killing off the little guy, after a while there's not going to be any more little guys left. And when all the little guys are gone, then what are you going to do? The big guys are just going to run it the rest of the way into the ground and be off on their merry little way with something else. Something different. It's pretty sad that all the larger YouTubers that I used to watch are gone from YouTube. They don't make videos on YouTube anymore. But you can go over to Twitch and find them playing games. Why? I mean, I'm not subscribing to people on Twitch. I don't care if if they put content up that I would enjoy there. I'm a user on Twitch too, but I don't play games on it or anything. I don't upload. I've never uploaded a thing to it. But I've gone in and watched a few people, and some of the stuff that's on there is really ridiculous too, and that's how they make their money there as well. But I don't upload there. I don't have a dog in that hunt, so I have nothing to say about that, except for the fact that it's sad that YouTube has crapped on people the way they have, to the point that they feel like, no, I'm done with YouTube, and they go upload everything to Twitch now. Twitch is getting huge because YouTube doesn't know how to handle their users. They don't know how to not coddle the ridiculous people so that everybody's got pretty much the same treatment across the board. And if they did, things might be a lot different. I really think that my option to do away with the preferred AdSense and create a help desk would be huge towards rebuilding the platform. That's just my opinion. But again, I'd like to see what some of the opinions you guys have are. Maybe you got a better idea than I do. I don't know. I'm not the smartest person in the world. It's just, to me, that's something that makes sense. That's an option that should be doable. It's something that the bigwigs at YouTube should have thought of on their own already. But they've taken the business model that Google's used all this time of not having any help desk or anybody that you can talk to, and that's the way they've done it. That's the way they've set things up, and you're just supposed to be happy about that and deal with it. That's not right either. Anyway, I thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed this at all, or you agree with me, hit the like button down there. I am going to start doing some more uploads. I kind of have to, or I'm going to lose what little pennies I get. Got one more topic that it's a little controversial, so it might get demonetized over and over again because it's well, I'm not going to give anything away. You'll just have to wait and see, and if it gets demonetized, I'll just have to deal with it then. But got one more topic. It's one more short little rant, and by now you should have seen the video before this for the LED lights, bed rail lights. Of course, I haven't put them in yet. I got to figure out how I'm going to run them, because I can't just run them across the top of the bed. I'm going to have to probably cut the wires and rewire everything, because with this bed, you have to let the back wall down and take the back glass out in order to have the full 8-foot bed. And if I do that, then it's not going to do any good having LED lights back there, because the lights are made to where they go around the bed, and I need them to kind of go under the mat when it goes across the back here, to where I can let that back down and have my full 8-foot bed back there, and not have to worry about wires hanging out or getting hung on something or breaking. But anyway, talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I'd appreciate each and every one of you, and you have a great day.